Well, hey folks, it's me and Tony here, and we're going to show you how to make a traditional New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, it's New Year's Day dinner that a lot of Southern folks eat. What I have here, let me show you this first though. What you usually have is some cornbread, and I'm going to make this from the Fleischmann's. It's not homemade, but this is kind of semi-homemade.
It's a really good mix.
It is the best. This is so good. So I'll show you how to make that real quick. And then we're going to have some collard greens, and we have a separate video we've done for our collard greens, and I'll show you just real quick. I've already sliced these. They're already rinsed and in the pot ready to go. And then I have some black-eyed peas. Now I didn't pre-soak these, so we'll talk about that in a minute. These are dry. I just rinsed them off. But that is your traditional Southern New Year's Day meal that brings good luck. The peas represent pennies or coins. The green in the collards is supposed to represent money, and then the yellow in your cornbread is supposed to represent gold. But a lot of Southern folks eat this food throughout the year. So let's get started, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and put our beans on. They've been rinsed. I didn't measure these. These are just regular, here they are. Here's the pan. These are just regular Food Line brand black-eyed peas. And they're also called black-eyed Susans or cow peas. It just depends on which part of the South you're at. But here we go. They're 120 calories per 1/4 cup. They are not that bad for you. They're loaded with fiber. So I'm gonna put these in. And you're gonna add about 3 cups of water per cup of black-eyed peas. So let's add some water to this. Of course, I don't measure everything.
Nikki's just a Southern cook. She just does this kind of by eyeball.
I'll add water if I need it, so it's not too hard. I put a little oil in the bottom of the pan. Now, one thing that I'm going to bring that to a boil, so I'm going to have this on high.
What kind of oil did you use?
I use olive oil.
Olive oil. Okay.
Now, right here, this is very Southern, and you're probably not going to find this anywhere else but in the South. This is salt pork by Smithfield. However, in the South, it's called Streak of Lean.
Streak of Lean. And
it's just a very cheap piece of the pork. And you're going to add, I'm not going to add all of this, but this is going to bring a very salty, smoky flavor to the beans. So I'm going to add a piece of this in there. If you have a ham bone left over from Christmas, because this is right around Christmas time, save the ham bone. I'm not going to put all of that in there. We're just going to put these 2 slices. And see, there it is, streak of lean. And that's why it's called streak of lean. See that?
Yep.
There's the streak, there's the fat, there's the fat. And you want that goodness to go inside of your pot of beans. And I'm going to let Tony put that top on.
All right. Now we should say that we have some dishes washing in the dishwasher. That's why you're probably hearing subpar audio this time. It looks like Nikki's cooking some rice over here too in the rice cooker.
Yeah, what I've got in that rice pot is for later to go with our beans, but it's just this brand. This is the brand of basmati. Is that how you say it?
That's how I say basmati.
But
basmati,
a lot of folks will add white rice to their meal. So I have this on high, and we're gonna let this cook for about an hour, and then we'll get back with you on that. So this is the Fleischmann's. You're gonna add the cornmeal mix, and you can make your own homemade cornmeal bread. You don't have to buy something like this, but this is really good. Add some milk per the measurements on the box, and 1 egg. And this is the gold part of our New Year's Day meal. And I've pre-sprayed a pan. You're supposed to use a square pan. I'm making my cornbread a little bit thinner, so it's gonna go in a longer pan, not square, a rectangular. And you see how easy that is just to put together. It's not hard at all.
Didn't take long at all, did it?
No. Just incorporate that well. Make sure you get all the dry out of there. That's all you do. It's the easiest cornbread. Really no measuring other than your milk. If you want to add sugar, you can. I don't when I'm cooking when I'm having this as part of my regular meal. And just add it to the pan. And again, that is the best brand of cornbread.
It really is good.
Okay, so I'll spread that out.
So spreading it out like this kind of makes it cook fast too, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I won't put this in until it's closer to time for the corn. And again, if you want a thick cornbread, put this in a square pan, not this long rectangular I did. I'm just making it a little thinner is all. So there's our cornbread. And something else I forgot to tell you, for the beans, this is just me. I buy Wiley's beans and pea seasoning. Now he's already added some ham in this, so it's already got part of a pork flavor. So what I'm gonna do is just add.
Makes it even better.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
good
You
seasoning.
find your own seasoning, come up with your. I'm just gonna add about half of that, not that whole. Well, there's not that much in there, so I'll put that in there with the beans too. Again, that's Wiley's beans and peas. That was 25 cents.
Where'd you get that, at Walmart?
This was at Walmart,
okay.
and it's the best. It's just so good. We also use McCormick brand seasoning as well.
I saw you got Wiley's green seasoning.
And I've got a
too.
Wiley's green seasoning, and all this is some bacon and some salt and some pepper. I'm not sure what he's got in here. You can see there's the bacon fat,
Yep.
salt, some brown sugar. So there you go. That's what he's got in there. Probably some garlic somewhere. So I've rinsed these. There's oil underneath, some olive oil. So what I would do, these are just gonna simmer for a while and they'll cook down to nothing. Wait till you see.
Yeah, they really do.
And I'll just keep an eye on them.
And you'll stir them up, get all that
stir
stuff
them up.
in
This
there.
all will get incorporated into them. This is how I do it. Eventually, all that's gonna soak
Mix
down
in
into
with it,
that collard. And that's our New Year's meal, and we'll show you the end results. So here are the collards. I let them simmer inside what you saw me put in them for about an hour.
It's down to that. Wow.
I know, all that high, remember the collards were about this high, so that's what they cook
And they
down
smell
to.
awesome.
Here's the cornbread,
Yep.
and it just, I like mine a
I
little
like
thin.
mine like that too.
So it's on the thin side, and it cooked for 30 minutes. Here are the beans. They cooked for an hour. I simmered them on medium. I brought them to a boil and then simmered on medium. So you want them to have that nice juice and they're all soft. And we've got some sticky rice here. And here's your plate.
Here's
Happy
how it
New
looks.
Year's, everybody.
Fantastic. Thank you. Awesome.